There's a quote by Ram Dass: "The quieter you become, the more you can hear." During this sequence, I invite you to think about allowing yourself to be a little quieter. Just breathe into the pose and enjoy the practice. Bring your hands to your side. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhaling, lift. As you exhale, lower your left hand and let your body stretch over to that side. Lower your right arm, reaching your left arm up and over. And back to center. Uncross your legs and make your way onto all fours. Inhaling, lower your chest and belly. Tilt your pelvis. Exhale, round. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, round. If one of these shapes is exactly what your body needs, just hang out there. And come back to a neutral position, staying where you are. Walk your knees together and let your hips roll to one side. You can move them forward or back to find just the right spot for a nice little stretch on that right hip, or whichever side you're on. And come on back to center and over to the other side, letting your hips hang out there, forward or back. And then back to center. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, and then walk your feet forward. Inhaling, come halfway up. Draw your shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. And lower your hands. With your feet hip distance apart, step your right foot back, fairly big step back. Hands on hips, bend the left knee. Now bring the right hip forward so you're facing the front of the mat. Left knee and foot pointed in the same direction. And ideally left knee above or behind the ankle, not in front. Engage your core, shoulders back. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Pause here in Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, lower your arms, straighten your left leg, hands on hips. If your feet are too wide to be comfortable, walk your right foot forward just a couple of inches. Right toes pointed out at a 45-degree angle, left foot parallel to the mat. Bring your right hip forward. Shoulders back, hands on hips. Exhale, bend at the left hip flexor and fold. Neutral spine. Option to stay here, or you can place your hands on blocks, or maybe reach the mat, but only do so if you can do so without rounding your back. Otherwise, come back here. And now come on up, bend your left knee and step your right foot forward. Release your hands. Step your left foot back. Hands on hips, bend the right knee and foot in alignment, and right knee above or behind that ankle. Bring the left hip forward. Inhale, arms up. Breathe. Maybe deepen the lunge. Exhale, lower your arms and straighten the right leg. Adjust the left foot forward if you need to, or keep it there. Left toes pointed out at a 45-degree angle. Left hip forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, shoulders back. Hands on hips, exhale. Bend at that right hip flexor to fold. Nice straight spine. Option to stay here, place hands on blocks, or maybe the mat. Slowly come on up, bend the right knee and step the left foot forward. With your feet hip distance apart, left knee is slightly bent. Place the toes of the right foot gently on the mat behind you. Palms together at your heart center. Really press that left foot firmly into the mat. Strong engagement but soft knee. Focus your gaze in front of you and lift the right foot up, flexing the right foot, engage the lifted leg. Keep it really straight. Option to stay here, tapping the toes as need be. Or keep a straight line between the torso and lifted leg. Begin to fold forward as the right leg comes up behind you. Lower that right hip so it's level with your left. Option to straighten the arms. Slowly come on up, lower your foot, and lower your arms. Feet hip distance apart again. Place the toes of the left foot gently behind you so most of your weight's in your right foot. Right knee is soft, ever so slightly bent. Palms together at your heart center. Focus your gaze in front, that helps with balance. When you're ready, lift the toes of the left foot. Flex that foot, engage the lifted leg. Tapping the toes as need be. Or bend at the right hip flexor, fold forward, letting that left leg come up behind you. Maybe on this side you stay here. Or option to straighten your arms. Any version that's best for your practice. You might even just be tapping the toes as need be here. A couple more breaths. Slowly come on up and lower the foot. Release the arms. Inhale, arms up. Soft knees. Straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Keeping your feet roughly hip distance apart or slightly closer, place most of the weight into your right foot, right knee soft. Place your hands on your hips and come onto the toes of your left foot. Turn your left knee out. Breathe. Maybe this is already a challenging balance pose. Focus your gaze on an object in front of you. Or slide the sole of your left foot to your right ankle. Maybe the calf. Press the standing leg and foot together. Or maybe today you reach the left foot to the right inner thigh, but avoid the knee if it doesn't make it right up onto the thigh. Wherever you are in the pose, make sure you can breathe. Option to bring palms together. Maybe reach arms up over your head. Just play with how far you can go. If you come out of the pose, just try again. Breathe. Let that mind be as quiet as possible. And lower your arms. And lower the foot. Now place the left foot firmly on the mat. It helps with balance to keep that left knee ever so slightly soft so it's not locked. Hands on hips, come onto the toes of the right foot. You might find this side very different, easier or harder. Turn the right knee out. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, slide the right foot to the left ankle. Maybe pressing that foot into the calf. Or maybe today you bring it right up into the inner thigh, but not the knee. Palms together. Maybe hands can stay on hips the whole time, or you can reach your arms up. These are all options. Be sure to breathe. Focus your gaze. Standing knees soft, standing foot pressed into the mat. Nice quiet mind. One more breath. As you exhale, lower your arms and lower the foot. Take your feet fairly wide. An approximate measurement is if you reach your arms out to the side, each wrist is directly above each ankle. If that's too wide, you can walk your feet in an inch or so. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, fold forward, letting your hands dangle. Maybe they reach the mat or blocks. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Pivot on your right heel to turn your right toes out, but keep that left hip back. You're still facing the side of the mat. Arms out to the side, palms forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then extend your hands away from you. Really engage the arms, but soft shoulders. Keeping that right leg straight. Reach forward with your right arm. You're just hinging at that right hip flexor. When you've gone as far as you can, let your right arm lower. Left arm can come up. Think left shoulder back in Utthita Trikonasana. Slowly come on up and lower your arms. Bring your right toes in. Your feet are parallel again. Now pivot on the left heel, bringing the left toes out. Right hip back. Legs are straight. Arms out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you reach your fingertips away from you. Left knee stays straight. Reach forward with your left hand. Just let your hips slide back. That left hip will lower. When you've gone as far as you can, let your left arm lower and right arm can come up. And extended triangle pose on this side. Just breathe in the pose, letting your mind be quiet but aware. One more breath. And slowly come on up and lower your arms. Bring your left toes in. Pivot on your toes and bring your heels in so toes are pointed out. Keep your shoulders up directly above your hips. Bend your knees. Arms in an L-shaped position in Utthita Konasana. Goddess pose. Maybe sit more deeply. Be mindful that your knees and feet are pointed in the same direction. Elbows back. And lower your arms and straighten your legs. Walk your feet together. Take a nice long deep inhale, reaching your arms up over your head. Long slow exhale to fold. Just breathe, relax. Inhaling, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.